أبواب الجنة. Allah commands the angels to open the gates of Jannah. Jannah is a very, very special place. Allah has made two places in the Akhirah. One is Jannah, one is Jahannam. And it has been mentioned when Allah created Jannah, He called Jibreel and He said to Jibreel, Jibreel, go and have a look at what I have made. Jibreel alayhi salam, he went and he inspected Jannah, and when he saw how wonderful it was, he came back to Allah and he said, Ya Allah, you made something so wonderful that if anybody hears about it, he will not want to stay away. They will all want to come here. And Allah Rabbul Alameen then covered Jannah with undesirable things. Things which appear difficult, things which people don't generally want to do. حُجِبَتِ الْجَنَّةُ بِالْمَكَارِهِ. Getting up early in the morning, you smell food, mashallah, and it makes your mouth water, but you know it's not halal, or it's doubtful. Al-halal bayyin wal-haram bayyin. Halal and haram are clear, in between there are doubtful issues. And so muttaqi, a person with taqwa, he avoids all doubtful issues, and he refrains, goes away, but inside he wishes he could have. Or there are other temptations. And a person, if he refrains from those temptations, then he will be able to enter Jannah. And when Allah covered Jannah with makarih, undesirable things, then He said to Jibreel, Jibreel, now go and have a look. And then when he came back and had a look, he said, Ya Allah, I now fear that very few people will be able to enter it now. Because restrictions are desiring, abandoning, controlling undesirable things. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ. He who fears standing in the presence of Allah and keeps himself away from undesirable things. Undesirable. وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ, and holds himself away from desirable things. What the nafs desires, Allahu Akbar. فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَىٰ. Then his abode will be Jannah. Then Allah made Jahannam. Jibreel, go and have a look at Jahannam as well. He went there and he came back, Ya Allah, this is so horrific. Anybody who hears about it will never want to come here. Then Allah covered it with shahwat, desirable things, temptations. حُجِبَتِ الْجَنَّةُ بِالْمَكَارِهِ وَحُجِبَتِ النَّارُ بِالشَّهَوَاتِ. Desirable things, things which tempt a person, lure a person, which please the nafs and please shaitan. And then Allah said, Jibreel, now go and have a look. And then, Allahu Akbar, Jibreel went back and said, Ya Allah, I fear now that very few people will be able to save themselves from Jahannam. Allah has made it clear. Allah wants us to go to Jannah. Allah has made Jannah for the people. And Allah has commanded us, سَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَجَنَّةٍ عَرْضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضُ. O people, compete with one another. Compete with one another. Many people race, mashallah. In the Olympics, people are racing with one another to win the race. And people generally in society are in competition. And someone's got a nice car, I have to have a better car. Someone's got a nice house, better job, better everything, more money, more everything nice. And generally people are in competition with one another. They want more and more. This is what life is about. اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب ولهو وزينة وتفاخر بينكم وتكاثر في الأموال والأولاد. Be aware. Let the world not deceive you. People hear and they're just playing and joking and laughing. لعب ولهو. It's all about gain, fun, pleasure. وزينة, having good things, things which look nice. وَتَفَاخُرٌ بَيْنَكُمْ, and being proud of one another. Oh, I have this and I have this and this is mine is better and yours is not so good. I have to have something best. وَتَكَاثُرٌ فِي الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَوْلَادِ, having more wealth. Someone with one shop, 2, 3, 4, mashallah, chain. Having one house, 2, 3, 4, mashallah. One pair of clothes is all a person needs to wear, but mashallah, our houses and wardrobes are full of collections. Ali radiallahu anhu used to say, oh you people, why do you buy clothes you don't wear, cook foods you don't eat, build houses you don't live in? You gather so many things and you make so much, but that's not what you need. Needs Allah is made permissible, but desires there is no limit. There is no limit to the desires of people, and the more people have, the more people want. Life is all about competing, having more and more, and this having more and more ruins people. The desire to have more and more Allah says, حَتَّى زُرْتُمُ الْمَقَابِرِ. The only time a person will feel satisfied and sufficient is when he'll be 6 foot under. Then he'll realize, oh, all that I did, nothing is around with me. The houses I built have all been left behind. The cars, the clothes, the family. No one has bothered coming with me and helping me in this hour of loneliness. أَلْهَاكُمُ التَّكَاثُرُ حَتَّى زُرْتُمُ الْمَقَابِرِ كَلَّا سَوْفَ تَعْلَمُونَ. Now people don't realize, but very soon they will. Allah says, soon you know. ثُمَّ كَلَّا سَوْفَ تَعْلَمُونَ كَلَّا لَوْ تَعْلَمُونَ عِلْمَ الْيَقِينِ. If only you had known that properly then when you were alive, you wouldn't have been the way it's now. Allahu Akbar. People don't realize now. People are in a state of drunkenness generally. Because dunya ka bhi nasha hota hai. Just like alcohol has, intoxicates a person. He doesn't know what he's doing, saying. If you ever see a drunk person on the street, you ask him, hello sir, where you going? He'll just nod his head, yeah man. And then when 5 hours later, 6 hours later, when the drink wears off, then you ask him what happened, he doesn't know. He doesn't know where he was, he didn't know what he was saying, he doesn't know what he was doing. Similarly, in the love of dunya, we are all drunk. And we don't realize now, but when Malikul Maut will come and we'll be down under, then that thing will realize. Then that nasha, then that intoxication will wear off. And then a person will say on the day of Qiyamah, رَبَّنَا أَبْصَرْنَا وَسَمِعْنَا فَارْجِعْنَا نَعْمَلْ صَالِحًا إِنَّا مُوقِنُونَ. Ya Allah, now I know I've seen, now I have firm yaqeen. Ya Allah, give me one more chance. Send me back to dunya. Ya Allah, I will never disobey you. Now I know for sure I will do my best. Allah says, وَلَوْ رُدُّوا لَعَادُوا لِمَا نُهُوا عَنْهُ وَإِنَّهُمْ لَكَاذِبُونَ. If Allah was to send them back to the world again, they will do the same things again. They are liars. And the good people make the most of the opportunity now. Now is the opportunity. Not when they are dead and gone and buried. Then they will wish Allah will not send them back. So people want to compete with one another. Allah says, that's not something worth competing for. Even if you have the best, someone who won the gold medal, and you think when Malikul Maut will come, he will say, Mr. World Champion, sir. Someone President, Mr. President, can I come in? I am the angel of death. I've come to visit you, take you away. If you don't mind, sir, can I take you with me? Will he say that? Mr. General Commander-in-Chief, sir, can I come into your house? Allah wants me to take your soul away. Do you allow me to take your soul away? Will he ask anyone? When the time comes, he will not fear anyone. He doesn't fear anyone. He doesn't fear anyone. He doesn't feel sorry for anyone. He doesn't feel sorry for anyone either. When Malakul Maut comes and he's paid a visit to somebody's house, he was on duty. And he paid a visit, took somebody away, leaves the mother crying, father crying, children crying, wife crying, friends crying, everybody's crying. You know Malakul Maut has been. Allahu Akbar. And when people are crying, he stands by the door and he says, why? When you guys are crying, I'm coming back. Don't worry, I'm coming back. I'm coming back again and again until I will not leave a single person from you. So death is inevitable. So Allah says, Sari'u. Run, compete with one another, sabiqu, and try and get into the lead. For what, Ya Allah? Sabiqu ila maghfiratin min rabbikum. And compete with one another to seek forgiveness. Wa jannatin arduha as-samawati wal ard. And compete with one another to have a better Jannah, to get to Jannat first. Wa jannatin arduha as-samawati wal ard. You want to know what is Jannat? People, mashallah, have a house long, when you seek a survey or when you ask for details, it gives you dimensions, length and breadth, and mashallah, so deep, high, and so on. Allah says, forget about how long it is. You never know how long it is. Let me just tell you how wide it is. Jannatin arduha as-samawati wal ard. Such Jannat whose width is more than the heavens and the earth. جنة عرضها السماوات والأرض أعدت للمتقين. It's been prepared for those who have taqwa. And Ramadan is to make you muttaqi. كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. You've been commanded to fast as all the previous people have been before you to fast, so that you become muttaqeen, so that you can go to Jannah, so that you can be under the shade of the mercy of Allah. And what will be there? فَلَا